I'm gonna take a shot at some video making. So I'm gonna record how I make songs. So I'm an independent artist. I do all my stuff in my little studio in the basement, which is where I'm at currently. On this computer, with my instruments, everything's usually me. I always, sometimes I have a buddy come in and record some stuff, but I think it'd be really fun to showcase what I do on a studio side, in my personal studio. Now, it's not professional by any means, but it's okay. So, I'm Grayson Kuchar. This is the creation of my single, Honkytonk Angels. Let's get started. One of the first steps, I guess, that I do is I like to make a quick track, so I open up Pro Tools, which is the DAW that I use, and so I got a camera here as well, and then it recording. So I'm going to set the tempo for the song, and we'll record the click track. So I got the clicks established to the tempo I want it. That's probably good. We'll start there. If I need to adjust it, we'll adjust it later, but we'll try it. So the next step is I'll take my guitar and into one microphone, which will be this microphone right here. I will record both my vocals and the guitar just as a click track. It's just a reference going off of the tempo. That won't be heard in the final product, but it's what I start with. Now I'm all set up. I got this going, and basically I had to turn the tempo up. I had to turn the tempo up quite a bit. It was not as fast as I needed it. So here's about where we're at now. That's fine. We'll try this. This is going to take a couple tries just because it's not very fun to do. You know, I don't usually play with a metronome, which I know is bad of me as a musician, but it is what it is because it's my stuff, rather, you know. But it's okay. You got an infinite amount of tries with recording digital. So here we go. This is take one, I guess. Well, I had to stop because I forgot to push record. So that can happen when you're stupid, but that's okay because we'll persevere. So here's take two already. You know, that's just how it goes sometimes. Things happen. So, well, okay, hold on. Okay, take two.
Turn that
Honkytonk Angels looking over me. Okay, that's a click track, if I've ever seen one. Now, the whole time, you may not have noticed, or I noticed, or I might cut it out, I messed up the lyrics like most of that entire thing. And that's okay, because, like I said, that's just the click track. So that's not going to get used in any of the final product. That is just a tool to help assist me in the recording process. So as I record and track the other instruments, such as the guitar again, the vocals again, none of that gets used. This is just for my aid in recording. It's kind of like using a metronome if the metronome told me exactly what to do the entire time. That's what that's for. I also, in there, I put in a solo section that I've never done in the song before because I did not feel that it was long enough. So I'm going to review that real fast. I'll probably do a time lapse on the computer of me doing so, or just even checking. But I'm going to check really quickly to see what the length is, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I just checked the time, and has a grand total of about 3 minutes, which is good. That's really good. That's radio. That's radio length, man. I always have a problem is I make really long songs. For some reason, I like to go 4 minutes, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, 7, somewhere in there. Putting one around 3 minutes with a solo section is pretty good. Now, I do not have an extravagant intro or crazy bridge section in the song. It's verse, chorus, done. Well, now it's verse, chorus, solo section, last chorus, which is a little bit different. It's it's just a variation. It's just a different chorus to push the story along a little bit better. Anyway, now that that's done, the next step is I'm going to track the rhythm guitar. I'm going to leave out, so if you heard that bendy stuff I was doing with the guitar, I'm not doing any of that in this take. This is just going to be just a straight rhythm. Some stuff is going to be added, but I'm going to try to do that intro guitar separately so I can make sure that when I get on this, it's really going to be super clean when I do it. And, there's always going to be some error, some imperfection that happens. And with recordings, I like to leave character in stuff, but I don't like to do it to an extent where I have stuff that just sounds sloppy. I'll do what I can, but if it's only coming out bad, then I'm going to cut it out and do it, manufacture it, because, well, you can lie with recordings. It's nice. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get set up to record the guitar. It's very similar to how I'm set up to record this, just one microphone this time. Sometimes I'll do a couple different ones, because it's really good to have a bunch of sound, but it's not. I don't really think it's that important for this song. This is not like super crazy ballady needing awesome tone. This is a honky-tonk song, so we'll see what I can do. We'll play around with it. Okay, so I'm going to record the guitar part now. Like I said, I'm going to skip so in this one, I wrote this lick, and this is probably a 3-year-old, 4-year-old song now, but it's just a very... that walk down and everything, but which I'll probably do that on this take, because I'd like to leave it one guitar as possible. Sometimes I do a lot of guitar, but if I can get around it this time, that'd be cool. Or I might record electric guitar or something over it, where they can do all the fiddling work with that, because I do a lot of double acoustic rather. But it's mainly because my comfort level with electric's not very high. So this is recording the guitar part. So I'm going to finish setting up and roll. You remember how I told you I was stupid? Well, I did it again. I was recording, but I didn't have my inputs set up. So I have a multi-track mixer, and if you don't have your inputs set correctly, it doesn't record what you want it to record. Take 2. Okay, yeah, that's recorded. I think that's probably pretty good. I'll give it a quick listen. Well, I could just, here's what it sounds like. So this is what I'm hearing. So that's playing in my ears. That's okay. I mean, it's not good. And so then what I track, this would be like the guitar part on its own. It's just the guitar part. You already heard it. You'll see. So one thing with the production, I do a little bit of pre-thinking, but not usually a lot. And so when it comes to like producing and writing what I want, really, that's more production's one thing. Producing the song as I'm going. I come up with that right now. That little. I don't know if it's gonna work. We'll try it, but. Kind of like that little kind of jazzy thing, and then on the ends of those so it's like kind of da 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 every night. I don't know. It's just kind of fun. It keeps me as a singer from having to hold out that note. It just fills it with something else, and I can get the other instruments doing that too. That's kind of fun, so we'll go from there. That's the acoustic guitar. The next part, I don't know what I'll do yet. I'll probably do bass. Sounds like a good use of time. I'll get set up to record the bass, and like I said, we just go from there. It's just this constant one thing after another when you're the only guy. I don't really talk about myself too much, and it's just because it's hard to tell your story in a 15-second video or 30 second. I don't get to say very much because it's hard to show exactly what you do or what you're about in a 30-second video, and that's been primarily what my content has been shorts and reels and stuff. And though that's okay in TikTok, I guess I've gained a good little following. That's what's given me confidence to do this kind of video, is the fact that I have a group of people that have followed me along through my process. I'm a multi-instrumentalist, and though I'm not like super crazy at any of them necessarily, I do it for fun. The whole thing's been for fun. I play with a band. I play for Mark Baker's backing group, Untamed Country, and been doing my solo thing for a couple years now. But I slowed down on my solo stuff because it's been more fun to just do little recording projects, make good songs. Like Continental Divide, that was a blast to make. I did that with a good buddy, Isaac Durst. Isaac Durst is on another track that I'm working on currently outside of this one that I'm recording, playing the mandolin. And I mean, it's just so awesome to work with fellow musicians and stuff like that. And that's what I love. Big time, small time, whatever. I just love making the music. I don't care if I ever make it humongous. I just want to have fun doing it because it's what I love. And right now, staying within music on a personal and career side, I'm doing radio. And I told people that, and they didn't necessarily take me seriously. They're like, oh yeah, well, because I'm going to college for it, but for mass communications, but for radio broadcasting. And I told people I was going into radio, and they were just kind of like, okay, well yeah, probably in the next couple of years after you get a college degree. But I'm doing it right now with a local station. I'm having a blast doing that. I've already been on the air a couple times, just filling stuff, but hey, I'm brand new to it, and I'm on the air, and I'm having fun doing that. I always take it, the music stuff is just for fun. It's just been a way to express myself creatively. I just stay busy in any way I can, I guess, but music is just for the fun of it. And although, yeah, if the opportunity presented itself, who wouldn't take that shot? You spend all this time getting really good at something. Now, I'm not stellar at this by any means. I am actually quite terrible. I'm not, doing anything crazy. I just do. It's not really supposed to be a super complicated song. It's just supposed to be kind of basic. It's Honkytonk Angels, for crying out loud. It's not like something profound. This is just about a guy who goes to a bar and gets drunk and wakes up and has pretty ladies looking over him. It's nothing serious, so we'll get to do that. Alright. So I think that's a halfway decent stopping point for me. I got the click track recorded, the rhythm guitar recorded, and the bass recorded, and everything's recorded. They're recorded, but they're not set in stone. There's things already caught that I don't like. I think I need to change when I do it, the bumps for when the embellishment guitar, whatever I'm going to call it, the solo instrument in there that's going to do the bending main lick of the song. I need to go back in, and I think I need to change that from the 4th chord to the 5th chord. Otherwise, it's gonna sound really not good. So that's one thing I caught. I did it in the bass. So the likelihood of this getting re-recorded with the metronome more in depth is higher, and but I can do that anytime before the next part where we start adding more elements, and I'll feed up there because I think this is going to work better as the parts. And so if you like what you see, because this is new to me, I am enjoying this, but if you like this, tell me about it. Like and subscribe. That does let me know straight up that this is something that is good. So like and subscribe, comment any suggestions or things you would like to see. If you'd like to see me go in more depth about how I'm recording my stuff, because I didn't show any of that, I just kind of showed me playing stuff and a little couple clips probably on the DAW. I mean, this is going to be just building. You remember, I'm doing this all myself. I'm an independent artist. This is all for fun. Go ahead and do those things for me. Let me know. And I'd be happy to add things, and because I'm learning too. I've never made content like this. I'll call this good. This is part 1, and I guess I'll see you in the next part of Honkytonk Angels by Grayson Kuchar. Thanks for watching.